Hey everyone! Everybody knows the Toyota Land Cruiser and Hummer H1 SUVs, but just because they're famous doesn't mean they're the best. In today's episode, you will see the best of the best in 12 different categories. What do you think about this luxury beast? How about the fastest SUV? Fasten your seatbelts because we're going off-road with the best and most capable SUVs in the world. Let's go! The Coolest Bigfoot. The chassis for the giant Yermak was the UAZ Hunter. The designers left the standard engine at 128 horsepower, the reinforced frame, and the standard transmission. At the same time, the car was equipped with bridges from the GAZ66 with self-blockers, and the transfer case was supplemented with parts from the BRT-80. But most importantly, the UAZ was given giant, low-pressure, 67-inch tall, 29.5-inch wide tires with 3 layers of rubber. Tire pressure is regulated directly from the cab. The designers put a compressor control panel on the dashboard. The headlights on the Yermak are from a T90 tank. Ineffective, but cool. The height of this giant is 9.8 feet, and the vehicle weighs 3 tons. A fantastic tune-up. The Coolest Automobile Cosplay. Fans of Call of Duty Black Ops will probably recognize this sweet Jeep. The 1947 all-wheel drive Willys received huge 54-inch tires and a new 815 horsepower 632 CI Blueprint Engines BBC engine. A hook on the front bumper comes in handy if the Jeep gets bogged down in impassable swamps. Check out this stunning design. The designers stripped the car as much as possible, turning it into a masterpiece of strict minimalism. Now it just needs a mounted machine gun. The Coolest Stock SUV. Meet the 6-wheeled Mercedes-Benz G63 AMG, built on the base of a typical Geländewagen. The off-road vehicle was given a pair of wheels and equipped with a 5-liter, 8-cylinder, 544 horsepower engine with 2 turbines. It has 4-wheel drive with locks on all 5 differentials and a reduction gear. Typically, these monsters have manual transmissions, but this Mercedes has a 7-speed automatic. The Giant accelerates to 62 miles per hour in 6 seconds, with a maximum speed of 99.4 miles per hour. It could have been more, but the manufacturer electronically limited the maximum speed. The 6-wheeled SUV has excellent off-road ability. It easily drives in snowy, swampy, or loose soil conditions and can handle 54-degree inclines. It has excellent directional stability. The most powerful modified car. The guys at the Fab Fours workshop turned a typical Chevrolet Colorado into an insane Chimera SUV. Instead of the stock engine, the car was equipped with a 5.9-liter 8-cylinder Cummins diesel. The new engine is equipped with a pair of turbochargers and provides as much as 650 horsepower. The huge engine was installed in the trunk, equipping the rear wheels with a steering system. The Super Chevy's maneuverability is fantastic. Instead of an engine under the hood, the Chimera has Fox long-stroke shock absorbers. The truck got a new suspension, axles from military all-terrain vehicles, and high-profile tires. This monster climbs vertical slopes, breaks through piles of rocks, and doesn't sink in the swamp. True, the Chimera puts out a lot of exhaust, but everyone has their flaws. The Coolest Snowmobile. The Burlak is a 3-axle, 4-wheel drive truck designed for operation in the far north. These vehicles were used in the construction of the Antarctic station Vostok, and temperatures at the South Pole can reach -112 degrees Fahrenheit. The total mass of the car with a load is 7.7 tons, yet the burlap can still stay afloat well. Each of the 6 wheels of this ATV has a displacement of 2,645.547 pounds, so the tires function like huge floats. The all-terrain vehicle is equipped with powerful onboard reduction drives that unload the transmission 4 times. It can pass through the deepest snow, doesn't skid on ice, and the burlap can remain independent for up to 30 days. The Expedition model looks like a comfortable house for 8 people on the inside. If the all-terrain vehicle suddenly breaks, the malfunction can be handled from directly inside the passenger compartment, and it has all the necessary amenities for survival. This is the perfect vehicle for the extreme conditions at the poles. The fastest SUV on tracks. The Ripsaw EV2 SUV can accelerate to 49.7 miles per hour in just 5.5 seconds. The top speed of the all-terrain vehicle is electronically limited, 62 miles per hour. This is the fastest tracked vehicle on the planet, and incredibly powerful. The vehicle is equipped with a Duramax 600 horsepower turbo diesel engine. The body of this SUV is made of high-resistance steel and aircraft aluminum. It has a suspension of 13.4 inches and a clearance height of 21.5 inches. Neither rocks, nor potholes, nor wind will stop this monster. It's a real little tank. The Ripsaw EV2 was designed for the Army, but the civilian version has all the comforts for drivers and passengers. Air conditioning, backup cameras, automatically closing doors, and even luxurious leather seats that can be configured according to 8 parameters. The Fastest Triaxial SUV. The Devil 60 is a full-fledged all-wheel drive SUV with independent adjustable suspension for all of its wheels and portal axle. The 7.5-foot beast looks very slow, but under the hood it's hiding a 6.7-liter, 720 horsepower turbo diesel engine. The torque is 1000 Nm, and the top version of this SUV gets an engine of 1500 horsepower. The 6-wheeled monster accelerates to 62 miles per hour in 5.8 seconds. The maximum speed is limited by the manufacturer, 93 miles per hour. The coolest amphibious all-terrain vehicle. This Russian all-terrain vehicle, the Shaman, is huge. 248 inches in length, 98.4 inches wide, and it weighs 5.3 tons. The all-terrain vehicle has an engine capacity of 146 horsepower and a 6-speed manual transmission. The drivetrain of the Shaman is all-wheel, with the first and second axles connected. The wheel suspension is independent. On the road, this giant has a speed of up to 43.5 miles per hour and up to 1.2 to 4.3 miles per hour on the water. Yeah, that's right, the Shaman can swim. The body of the all-terrain vehicle is steel with excellent insulation and is completely watertight. The design resembles the bottom of a boat. The all-terrain vehicle moves with the rotation of the wheels, and the driver gets those 1.2 miles per hour. If you connect a propeller, the car will accelerate to 4.3 miles per hour. But the Shaman is not only an amphibian, but also an excellent swamp buggy. You can install huge 512-inch high, 276-inch wide, low-pressure tires on this ATV, and they provide minimal pressure on the ground. All 8 wheels are swivel. If necessary, the driver can turn all the wheels in one direction at an angle of 27 degrees, and the car will go sideways. It looks strange, but in loose soil conditions, it's very convenient. The rear wheels don't follow the ruts made by the front. The most compact universal all-terrain vehicle. The Russian connecting rod is 13 feet long and 8.27 feet wide. Its curb weight is only 2 tons. It has a very modest engine, 44 horsepower. What can this little baby do? Everything. The connecting rod can take up to 1.1 tons of cargo on board, attain a maximum speed of 28 miles per hour, and float at a speed of 3 miles per hour. The all-terrain vehicle has 4-wheel drive, a 5-speed transmission, and a segmented frame. In fact, the vehicle consists of 2 parts. When turning the steering wheel, the front of the frame is shifted relative to the rear by an angle of up to 35 degrees. Thanks to this design feature, the connecting rod can easily climb 45-degree slopes and overcome vertical obstacles up to 3.3 feet high. If you happen to drive a connecting rod, be prepared. This all-terrain vehicle has 2 brake pedals. What for? Well, so that the driver can control the brakes of the first and second sections independently. If you slow down the rotation of the wheels on one of the frame segments, the all-terrain vehicle will sharply turn around. Only 19.7 feet is needed to turn. An all-terrain vehicle with the maximum number of engines. The huge Rusak weighs 7.1 tons, and the length of this monster is 309 inches. Instead of the classic engine, it has 2 3-cylinder gasoline motors with a capacity of 1.2 liters each. The powertrains are paired with generators and synchronous electric motors, yielding a total power of 150 kilowatts. The first gasoline engine is installed under the hood, and the second in the trunk. Each electric motor is located between its tandem of axles, and there's a separate 2-stage transfer case attached to it. The Rusak is intended for operation in the far north. If one engine fails during negative 76-degree Fahrenheit temperatures, the car will not stall in the snow, but will continue to move on the power of the second engine. This all-terrain vehicle confidently climbs up to 40-degree slopes, rides through swamps and snow, and sails perfectly. Enormous low-pressure tires and a reinforced sealed boat frame provide buoyancy for the Rusak. At the rear of the car, there are 2 water cannons that accelerate the floating car to a speed of 6.2 miles per hour, and to turn the blades, you just need to turn the steering wheel. The most useful SUV. The Romanian automobile, the Geo Rescue, looks like a mix between a Hummer and a Batmobile. There's an 8-cylinder, 6-liter gasoline engine powering this rig. The engine produces 400 horsepower and 600 Nm of torque. The configurability of the Geo Rescue is unbelievable. This vehicle can be used to transport patients and to extinguish fires, allowing the system to extract water in a 1.2-mile radius. If the Geo Rescue needs to negotiate a water barrier, pneumatic cushions are placed on the SUV. For driving in snow and off-road, the car can be put on tracks. The Geo Rescue is a universal transforming machine for extreme conditions. It is convenient, reliable, and maneuverable. The most famous SUV in the world. The Sherp is a true legend. Not every new SUV can compare with it. This baby only weighs 1.4 tons, has a steel body, 63-inch tires, and a 4-cylinder 44.5 horsepower engine. The Sherp will get out of the deepest mud, climb an obstacle of up to 27.5 inches high, and even sail across a lake. The wheels can serve as paddles. This small ATV can carry up to 1.1 tons of cargo without losing its off-roading ability, and tow a trailer weighing up to 2.6 tons, a ton more than its own weight. What's the secret? Well, the amazing off-road ability of the Sherp is because of its pneumatic suspension. All of its tires are interconnected by air channels, the patency of which can be adjusted up to complete closure. If the Sherp bumps into an obstacle with one wheel, the system will distribute the pressure across the other tires, as a result of which the wheels deform, providing maximum navigability. The tire pressure can only reach 0.2 bar. Well, that's all for today. Which SUV impressed you the most? Share your opinion in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you on the next episode.